Hello everyone, I'm Brad Sack, Director with Barnes Dennig. I also work in our firm's employee benefit plan audit group. Thank you for taking some time to join us today in the revealing of our 2024-2025 version of our 401k benchmark. When I visit with clients, because I perform financial statement audits of many 401k plans, clients often ask me how their plan compares with 401k plans of other clients. And I understand with the continuing war for talent that companies want to be as competitive as possible with their compensation packages, with 401k offerings being a large part of that package. So given this, beginning in 2018, we thought it'd be a good idea to survey companies every 3 years as it relates strictly to their 401k plans and put a report of those findings together for use by our clients and others. To obtain a copy of the survey, please feel free to go to barnesdennig.com and obtain one there. We wanted to take just a couple minutes to give you a brief overview of the 2024 report and show you a few of the questions that we have within the study. Sharing our screen now. As you can see from the table of contents, the survey is 10 pages consisting of a few different sections. We'll touch quickly on each of these sections. The first couple pages provide an introduction and some information about the companies that participated in this study. As you can see from the graphic on page 2, we had participants in a number of different industries, including manufacturing, construction, and nonprofits and others. We had a total of 147 companies participate in this study. On page 3, as it relates to the size of the companies that participated, it's about 50-50 as far as the number of companies that participated under and over 100 participants in their 401k. On page 4, we begin to get into the results of the survey. We asked several questions as it relates to plan oversight. As a plan auditor myself, this is an area of interest to me. Survey results on this page relate to frequency of oversight committee reviews, third-party administrator relationship reviews, investment policy statements, and frequency of plan compliance issues. Page 5 focuses on investments and contributions. As you can see from the table here, about half the respondents offered their participants between 10 and 20 investment choices, with 49 participants offering greater than 20. There's also information on employer contributions, safe harbor plans, and participant funds in this section. Pages 6 and 7 provide info on plan success and satisfaction. The first item asked in the survey is what's most important in evaluating the success of the plan. You can see the results in this table here with participation rate, being the highest, followed by investment return and plan expenses. These three answers were also the most popular back in our 2018 and 2021 versions of this study. Timeliness of remittances is discussed on page 7. Basically, what that is it's the number of days between when payroll occurs and when the withholdings are remitted to the investment custodian. And this continues to be an area of focus with the Department of Labor. The DOL asks that these be remitted as soon as what they say is administratively possible. They don't go into further detail as far as what that means from a number of days perspective, but it was nice to see that most of the participants in this study are remitting rather quickly. I guess one other thing I did want to mention here is, let's say for example that you typically remit 5 days after the payroll date, but there was one payroll during the year where you remitted much quicker, let's say 1 day. It could be interpreted that all of those other payrolls where you remitted 5 days could be considered late, considering you were able to remit one of them very quickly within 1 day. So in addition to emphasizing the importance of remitting contributions timely, consistency should also be considered as well. The last section of the survey is titled Retirement Readiness. On page 8, we asked respondents to rate the retirement readiness of their participants, which I think is a great question. That's the ultimate goal of our 401k plans, right? And as you can see from the graph, most respondents suggest that they consider their participants are moderately ready. On page 8, there is information as it relates to Roths and the use of auto enrollment. The success of auto enrollment, I will say, has been surprising to me. When this came onto the scene, say 15, 20 years ago, I assume participants that would otherwise elect no 401k contributions who are auto-enrolled would just subsequently change their auto-enrollment amount to be zero. But this has generally not been the case. Our survey indicates that less than 25% of auto-enrollment participants end up opting out. So the use of auto-enrollment has had a favorable impact on 401k plan participation. So again, I just wanted to give you a general overview and hit on a few of the questions in our survey. If you don't have a copy of the survey yet, feel free to go to barnesdennig.com to obtain it. If you find this information useful. Thanks.